Oh, things are getting a little ahead of me. Shocking as that might be. Hello. Welcome to the basement. David Bradley here. Let's see what poor Richard has to say. Oh. I have never seen a philosopher's stone that turns to gold, but I have known the pursuit of it to turn a man's gold into lead. Okay. Found all kinds of things, not limited to this fine wig. But there is more, much, much more. If you have been watching, you have seen there's the TPUG magazine from December 1984, in which my brother and I were on the cover. And I said, yeah, you know what? I think I have the flag that was in there. And you know what? I do. That's it. Now, it is a little, like it's been a long, long time. Oh, so it's a little worn. But that is the flag from the picture all of December 1984. TPUG magazine. Here is a hat. And I probably won't fit on with this, but I'll put it on. It comes from the second school I worked at. How Canadian is that? A school named A. Asconi. So this will, of course, go with the hat collection. It will. For the moment, oh, it doesn't look bad. I'll put it up there. Ah! And then go back to the wig. Now, also here are some Millennium balloons. Quality helium. Ready for helium. Clearing them out some 24 years ago from Canadian Tire. So, oh my. I don't know if this will be a success or not. They do feel rather stiff, but they are thick. Whoa-wee. They are thick. Thick rubber. Ooh, wow. Oh my. Alright, now oftentimes I've seen the clown guys. They kind of take things, stretch them a bit. Whew. I've never had such times blowing up a balloon. Oh, we have success. All right, it's kind of going. Let's see. All right. Now, I've never been really good at this part, but sometimes I get it done where I stretch around the finger, tuck through the end, pull it through, pop goes the weasel. Look at that. Millennium 2000, just 24 years later. I don't know. Maybe I could put this up here. Or maybe it will bounce away to the floor. Anyway, so these are rescuable with tugging. They've been in there, untouched, a very long time. Oh, this one's got a funny shape to it. Hang on. Needs a little more stretching. A little more stretching. Still got a funny shape to it. Let's try that again. Maybe it's just going to have a funny shape to it. All right. Last one. Okay. I will try to get this tied. The other one, of course, I tried to put it up somewhere where it could be seen. And what happened? It fell. Oh, I always struggle with getting balloons tied. Sometimes they blow up. So there we have a blue balloon. Now, let's see. Maybe I have to stand up and place this. Maybe I do. All right, so these have hope. They do. So there are other things here. These things are a whole other thing to deal with. Now here are some glasses. They would be, I'm sure, I suspect, reading glasses that my dad would have worn. He was an avid reader. Thousands of books. Okay. Let's see here. They've got a little string. And is that going to help or is that going to hinder? I don't know. I really don't want to hurt the glasses or the string. Oh. Ugh. There. Now I'm sure they're reading glasses. Let's see what. There's a note here. Reading glasses. Gray plastic frames. Transplant. Bow and hinge on right side. Transplanted. Used spare pair. Oh man, the string. Oh. Oh. Okay, hang on. Is the string tied up extra? See, I've never known strings like this to be so wrapped up. Like it shouldn't. I don't think it should be. So that it is like clutching to my head with pain. I don't think so. But maybe. Like I thought typically they were to go around the neck in case they should fall. But they do seem to be very snug. Now I have, oh, well that feels a little better. I have cleaned them some and I pulled on the strings. Oh yeah, reading glasses. Yes. Usual spare pair. Right. Okay, I'm going to set that there for a second. And then, of course, now that I can put the wig back on. Okay. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, So I found a newspaper from 2006, and it says, "People to watch." And who is here? We chose 10 Torontonians with big plans in the world of science, business, policy, academia, and the arts to start the year off on an inspirational note. They're an innovative spirits, contrarian natures, and commitment give us reason to believe they'll rise to the challenges in 2006. Hangover helper, food editor Jennifer Bain, starts the year with a wickedly delicious trio of cheese, gravy, and fries. Breakfast, anyone? What else is in here? Sports. Something to declare. Transaction. All right. Get used to seeing this handsome face. You've heard about his Trans-America co-star Felicity Huffman, but it's young Canadian actor Kevin Zegers who may seem to be propelled to heartthrob status, and he can act too. 18 years ago. Wonder what became of him. I wonder. I just want to look back here at this sports thing. Ugh. Something to declare. There we have it. Something to declare. What are we declaring? Why with the American net empty, Canadian captain Kyle Chipchura scores to beat the U.S. 3-2 and advance directly to the semifinals at the World Junior Hockey Championship. Something to declare. What do we got here? Oh, is this Chelsea's Herman Crespo, second from left, scores on a rebound past Birmingham City's Matthew Upson, left as goalkeeper Make Taylor, center, looks on helplessly. Interesting. So this is, January 1st. Of course it is. 2006. The world awaits. In this era of globalization, perhaps only one sport provides a common ground for countries to begin resolving their differences and remains a powerful symbol for billions around the world. I think what they're talking about are possibly the Olympics. Ask sports enthusiasts about 1972 and they will probably respond, and their response will probably depend on location. Canadians might recall the Summit Series. Yes. The Olympics are what brings people from different places together. They are the biggest manifestation of peace and noble competition in the world. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, actually, in the olden days, in vintage times, if there was wars going on, they would stop during the Olympics. Can you imagine? Now here is something interesting, and I'm not sure if it. I think it's helpful. It's just it's not got the light part to it. It does not. It's got the clamp. It's got the thing. And hang on, can I move this thing? I can move this thing. This does, I think, unscrew. Oh, except there's a bulb in there. There is. Okay. Set that down for a second. Don't drop the bulb. Don't drop the bulb. Now, does this thing, I guess this thing, it comes out. Sort of. You have to loosen off these wing nuts. So, does this screw onto here? Ooh, it does. Now, does a bulb still go into it? That, oh, it does. So now that's a little neater and tidier than the big one. I will ponder that. I will. Ow. Of course, I have since dropped the clamp part because it fell. As I was undoing the top part. It did. Now, here's an interesting thing. Oh! Not enough space here. Does this clamp go nicely around this one? And I think the answer is, I don't think it does. I think it's too big. So what it really comes down to is, yeah, it's too big for me to get this thing in and hold it together. It is. So I guess what I really need to decide is, do I like the smaller light or the bigger? And of course, probably somewhere out there will be the other part of this. Oh my golly. I would like to try to keep these things together. Oh my. The wing nut is like cross-threaded. Oh well, it's together. And I will decide about this. It should certainly use, as my grandmother would say, a face wash. Now here is something. I'm going to send this to Richard. This is a Unibag. And it is exactly what you think it is. It's if you are traveling somewhere, or if you're in some medical situation, or whatever, and they need to collect your output, here is a way, and they can measure it up to 1.5 liters. So I'll send that to Mr. Richard. Now here is also something that I will send to Mr. Richard. I believe this is a mirror that I had in a Dodge Daytona. I believe. And I think it came off the windshield. There's an example of glue that I put on there. And, yeah, I think it's one of those things where he who goes to scrapyards and has scrapyards close by would not be a bad thing. Here, the thing, my dad had a lot of these. This Velcro utility strap, 48 inches. And it's still in the box, it's still in the thing. So you can attach things with Velcro and hold them together. And I think I too will send that away. Now this is an interesting thing. This is a big old kind of camp style vintage speaker. And the wire looks kind of frayed. And does it work? Well, I don't know. It comes with a cover, I guess, to keep the weather out. But it does look like something that would have been used at an outdoor venue of sorts. And does the cover go on? Well, yeah, it sort of does. It kind of has some elastic properties. I wonder. I think there's more to this than just a speaker. It has a switch, and it seems to have a volume control. Interesting. And this thing, I guess it could be mounted on a pole. There it is, a vintage outdoor speaker. I'm going to put this up in the box here, and I will ponder. Here is something full of wisdom. It's an owl. It is. And that too is something that I think can go up yonder. Now what is this here? Is another stamp. Aha, another CN stamp. Let's hold on to this. This one, it says Route 2, and then it has initials of people. It does, including, but not limited to, RTB, who would be my dad. That can go in here with other magical stamps. Now this here is a remote for some kind of Sanyo something. And what kind of Sanyo something I don't need. No, thankfully there are no batteries in it, so it might work. It might. Okay, so it's memory, repeat, stop, play, pause, skip, search. Looks like some kind of CD player thing. Probably it'll show up in a box. Aha! Now here, it's funny. I found a lamp. It wasn't assembled, but here is the top of it. It is quite ornate, and I will hold on to that because I do want to bring the lamp out here. I do. Oh yeah, I forget this thing. Hang on. Let's change the date. How? Flip it down. Flip it up. Flip it down. Flip it up. Oh, right. Okay, I found some more clocks. This is a Good Morning by West Clocks. And I will wind it, but try not to overwind it. And I will listen. And indeed, it is tick, 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 ticking. So I'll pull out the alarm thing and move the hands. Oh, well, that's funny. So I have to pull out for the... Oh, I do. Look at that. Let's see if she rings. She rings! And here's another clock. Okay. It is wound. West Clock of Canadian Limited, Peterborough, Canada. Ah! Okay, well obviously the alarm on this one works as well. Although not for very long. So I imagine, oh yeah. Well, that's weird, because it shouldn't be going off then, because the timing of the alarm does not match up with that. I'll set the clock at 1:15. I'll crank this. Stop. Perhaps this would no longer be a good alarm clock because it just seems to want to go off. Regardless of where, I'll try moving this. Move it to 9. Oh, look at that. Well, that went well. Oh, is the clock ticking? Oh no. It does seem to be ticking. We'll see about this. Alright, I'm going to turn the alarm thing to where it might go off. Okay. I'm going to keep turning it. Oh, it goes off. But it doesn't. Oh, I guess we'll see about that. Maybe I will set this to 2. And I will just leave it. And then this one, I'll set this a little bit along. And rewind it. Pop out the thing. It's got a good ticker, this one. Now, is this one ticking? It is. Alright. So, in this bag is something else special. You may have seen bags like this. But we're not going to open that one quite yet. We're not. So these things are good for just about that distance. Let's see. What is a butterfly? At best, he's but a caterpillar dressed. The gaudy fops his picture just. None are deceived but they that confide. An open foe may prove a curse, but a pretended friend, I'm going to add to this, is so much worse. A wolf eats sheep, but now and then 10,000s are devoured by men. Men's tongue is soft, and bone doth lack, yet a stroke therewith may break a man's back. To all apparent beauties blind, each blemish strikes an envious mind. The poor have little, beggars none, the rich too much, enough, not one. There are lazy minds as well as lazy bodies. Tricks and treachery are the practice of fools that have not wit enough to be honest. Alright. That, I think, is enough for now. We'll investigate. Hey, don't be falling. We'll investigate this case and this bag of stuff soon. We shall. Anyway, you've probably seen, if you've been watching, you've seen things like this, and they are quite wonderful. So, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Oh, yes. We'll see you again back in the basement. Yes. I think I might use these. Always use special stuff to clean glasses. Do not use a shirt. Yeah, those come up pretty good. There are some scratches, but not bad. Kind of like nerd glasses. Gotta get me a pocket protector to put all this stuff in. Right. I will put these in their little case to keep them safe. We'll see you again back in the basement. Bye for now.